So give me reason to prove me wrong, to wash this memory clean. Let the floods cross the distance in your eyes. Give me reason to fill this hole, connect the space between. Let it be enough to reach the truth that lies across this new divide.
You're laughing. You're laughing. Someone was killed today because of what you did.
I know. How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with your
loner
joke.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash?
Call the police,
I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve.
The man is back. Back by popular demand. I heard the chants. They said, Zach, you have to come back. Colin can't do this every week. He's gimmicky. He's gimmicky. Zach, you got to come back. We need the consistency. Well, boys, I'm here. I'm here. I wasn't going to leave you stranded. Come on. All right. As you know, Z's official Week 9 power rankings, unbiased, unfiltered, unequivocally Z. Now, the theme is historical figures, but it should be Jeaner edition, because let me tell you, Jeaner's got his prints all over this, right? Jeaner told me, hey, Zach, let's do historical figures. I said, okay, chief and editor, chief of staff, you got it. Let's get into it. As always, start from the bottom, work our way up. Number 12, it's Sean. Sean, you are Confucius. Because I am so Confucius as to why you have not traded Saquon Barkley. And I'm going to say that and then say that that's the only thing I have prepared on this one. Or I guess the only comp-related thing. There's no other comp outside of that. I just wanted to say that line. Look, I've harped on it 5 weeks in a row now. You got to do something, Sean. You did the JSN trade. I think that was you. I think it was. Doesn't look like that one's going to work out. But you got to trade Saquon. You know, if I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the cliche guy. But, like, definition of insanity, Sean. We're getting fucking close. All right? And I really don't want to see you run a 5K. But, I mean, if you look at the bottom couple rosters, you're at the bottom of that, Sean. You know, you got to do something, right? Stagnation, if that's a word, I don't know. Being stagnant, we'll say, is about the worst thing you can do. And right now, you know, you're stagnant. I don't have a line for that. You're stagnant as it gets, Sean. You gotta trade Saquon, maybe, you know, Olave. Shake some things up, you know. You got to make some changes, or you got to start preparing for the worst. Maybe invest in running shoes. I don't know. Hoka's maybe on clouds. I heard Asics are in right now, so trendy version. Maybe I think Brooks are pretty good running shoes. I would look into those unless you're gonna make a change. But that's my advice. You'll do what you want. All right, moving up. Number 11, it pains me. It pains me to do it. Jeaner, you're number 11. You're Julius Caesar. And you're a man that, you know, was stabbed in the back by the ones closest to him. And you were stabbed by Bucky Irving, right in the back. And he stabbed you good, you know. And the numerology on this one is kind of crazy. All right, Bucky is 23 years old. He scored 23 points in his last appearance. He's RB 33 right now. If you subtract that by the amount of donuts that Grant has eaten today, 23. I might have said he's RB 33. I don't know if I said that. If you subtract it by 10 donuts, he's 23. Look, it's a run and take. We don't re-record. We're going to go with it. All right, he's got 237 rushing yards this year. First two numbers, 23. He wears number 7. He's 5'10", and he has a year of experience. 7 plus 5 plus 10 plus 1. 23. Now ask me, how many times was Julius Caesar stabbed? 24. I'm just kidding. It was 23. Who would have guessed? Look, Jenner was worried about claiming himself as the king of the Roman Empire, claiming himself as, hey, I'm going to be good this year. Well, you should have been worried about Brutus, right? You should have been worried about Bucky Irving ripping your heart out, stabbing you in the back. You're fucked, though, Grant. I'm sorry. I really don't want to say it, but you're fucked. Yeah. All right, number 10. It's Joe. Joe, you're Charles Darwin, and it's more of like the anti-Darwin. And I mean that Joe is the reason that Darwinism and Charles Darwin as a whole, it's important, right? Allowing somebody like Jordan to procreate and breed is, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Idiocracy, but that's what caused that movie, right? Or the happenings in that movie is people like Joe breeding. As we all know, Joe's dumb. He's fat. Can't talk. He's got little balls. I would question, is Joe the one blonde hair, blue-eyed person that even, a certain individual might have thrown in the showers? I don't know. Really, his only redeeming quality is, bring a group of people together and share, and bond around the stupidity of one human being. Now, on the ball side of thing, I mean, the team might be good, but at the time of recording this, it's looking like he's going to be 3-5. I think that's pretty solidified, but who cares? Who cares? All right, Ed, number 9, Alexander the Great. He was considered the greatest military tactician. I don't know. I was thinking it would be tacticianer, but apparently not. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he's the king of Macedonia, climbed the mountaintop, and then he died. And nobody really knows why. Nobody knows what caused it. So they're I think there's he might have been poisoned. It's something about wine. I know he drank wine or something and got sick. With Ed, we know what happened, right? It was Amarian Hampton. The team is dead until he comes back. And I think they're saying week 11, week 12. I just don't know if you have that much time. QJ's bad again. Ramondre sucks. Hopefully he's going to lose his job soon. We always kind of knew what Zay Flowers was. I don't think that one's a shock to anybody. But yeah, I mean, Ed, you're closer to last than you are the offs. It's a true Greek tragedy. I don't know. It sucks, but that's where you're at, man. What are you going to do? Yeah. All right. Number 8, Nikki, Charlemagne. Look, I don't know about you guys, but I'm about sick of the Breakfast Club. I hate that guy. I mean, he was mean to Post Malone, and it's not I really care about Post Malone, but I feel he probably hasn't done anything wrong to anybody. He's the Ryan Clark of hip-hop entertainment. I would say the only good thing is he was mean to one of the streamers. I can't remember which one, but he's really mean to him. And I feel that's something we should do more as a society, is be mean to streamers. Back to the important stuff. I mean, I don't know where you go from here. Chuba is kind of worthless. Pollard looks worthless as well. Chase Brown was good, but P-Run got a lot of work. I think more work than we were all expecting. He's fantasy relevant, I guess. In my mind, this is a super fringe team, and fringe could kind of go either way. It could be fringe playoffs team or fringe last place. I don't know. I think go either way. You're going to need some good breaks to get in the playoffs, but I think you've had the bad breaks to be in last place consideration already, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Number 8, Nikki. All right, moving up. Number 7, it's Dill. And Dill, I've got you as Helen Keller this week. And they claim she was blind and deaf, and frankly, I claim she was full of shit. And again, I've said it. I think Dylan's team is good. I really do. He's got the guys, right? But I just don't believe in it. Like, they don't win. I know he won this week and he put up a lot of points, but I just don't believe in it. And I really wish I could. And Dylan and Helen Keller, because it's a cool story, but I don't know. Somebody's got to explain to me how that bitch wrote a book, because I don't get it. I don't get it. She, could kind of talk. She uses a thing called Sullivan's Throat, which I don't really know. I kind of read into it a little bit, or into Helen Keller. It said something about Sullivan's Throat. I think Dylan's only chance of surviving is continuing, to give Quinshon his throat. So there's kind of a parallel there. Obviously, Devon A-Chain's great. I think Judd is the X factor, If he continues, I think you're good. I don't know, I say that. Who knows? I still think you should trade DK, and I get it. Homer, I get it. Just get rid of him, man. All right, number 9. Tom, you're Jersey Joe. He's a historical figure, all right. Please, everybody, take a second. Look up Jersey Joe on TikTok and tell me that ain't Tom. Doppelganger. Twin. Okay, twin. But yeah, that's really all I have. I mean, we can talk ball. But honestly, we really don't even need to. The guy's got JT. JT's MVP. He's going to be RB1. I don't know what more there is to say. I think as long as JT doesn't even have to keep up the 3 touchdown thing going, just keep being JT for the year, and I think you're in the offs. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. I think this is a playoff team, mostly because of Jonathan Taylor, but you got some guys around him. So Tyler Warren's great. But yeah. Number 6, Tom, Jersey Joe. Look him up. Fucking identical, dude. It's weird. It's bad. Not bad. He's just an Italian. Actually, I'm gonna say this. It's not spitting image by any means, but if you were to take certain aspects of Tommy and put it into a man who dances on TikTok, it would be Jersey Jerry. Jersey Joe. Jersey Jerry is the fucking Barstool guy. Jersey Joe. I don't know how many times I said Jersey Jerry. Jersey Joe. Jersey Joe. Jersey Joe. Jersey Joe. That's kind of a tongue twister. All right. Number 5, Jake. George Washington Carver. Okay. And you're kind of in the shadow of, of this figure and simply for no other reason other than you're unfortunately named George Washington Carver. You'll always be in the shadow of George Washington, who is in this scenario Dylan, right? George Washington has the success. He was the first president. He said some cool shit. I think he ate an apple. That might be Abe Lincoln. I don't remember. Something about an apple with him. Who fucking knows? But Dill has had the success, right? He's got the belt. And you'll always kind of be in the shadow of that, simply because you're a deer. But Carver's arguably the most important man in modern day agriculture. He came up with the idea of alternating crops and keeping the soil nice and fresh. And I also think he might have invented peanuts. I'm not positive on that, but I had to look up the thing about the agriculture because I didn't really remember what he did. But then I kind of remembered something about peanuts. I think he might have invented peanuts. But going on to ball, Puka's expected to come back week 9. If he doesn't, I think you lose 4 straight, Jake. I really do. And if you lose 4 straight, you're going to plummet, man. It's going to be bad. You're going to plummet down my rankings. But for now, you're at 5. Puka doesn't come back. I expect an 8 or 9 out of you next week. I really do. All right, moving on. Number 4, Tim. James Charles. Simple as it's a gay man pretending not to like young boys, right? They both kind of have fatties. No homo. And this is actually completely unrelated to Tim's comp. But I was originally going to make Tim's comp Charles Dickinson just to make a dick joke. You can ask Jeaner. I said it, I think. I don't But then I did some research on James Charles. You'll never believe what this man's full name is. It is James Charles Dickinson. Kind of manifested that one, right? Tim asked his dad for some advice on some of his boyfriend troubles. Tim's dad responded, "Just dick him, son." I'll be here all week. All right. Again, I manifested that one. I really wanted to make a dick joke, and it kind of just worked out that way. On a ball note, Tim, I think you're fucked. No Scattaboo. He's dead. The Seahawks fucking hate Kenneth Walker. I don't know why. I don't understand the Charbonnet thing. Why are they giving him all the goal line touches, right? I don't fully get it. But you have both of them, so now it's a real, who do you start? Do you start the guy getting the touchdowns, or do you start the guy who's getting the majority of the workload? Real double-edged sword there. What are you going to do, Tim? You could just do what you've done all year. Start both. Is Nico dead? I don't know. I don't care to look it up either, but I do know that Tim is fucked. I know you're screwed. Yeah, number 4 right now. I think with Jake, you might be 8 or 9 next week, so we'll see. Number 3, Call. Now follow me on this one. Calling, you're Kim Kardashian, all right? And we've all seen the picture of Kim, holding the glass on her ass, bars, while launching champagne over her head, right, into the glass. And for starters, while fat. It's got to be the longest ass crack, maybe of all time, outside of Colin. And secondly, it kind of serves as a reminder, you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Everyone always talks about Kim's ass, but we never discuss the impracticality of buying pants, custom pants to fit your ass into. Likewise, Call's team is 6. They're 6-1. I think maybe about to be 6-2. But we don't consider the fact that his roster's bad. And I'd also stand to believe there might be a sex tape out with Call and Ray J. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think it's there somewhere. Do your own research. I think we can find it pretty easily. Number 2, Hayden. Jesus of Nazareth. They labeled him as a false prophet. They crucified him. And in 3 days, or in this case, 8 weeks, he rose. And, whether it's turning water into wine, trading for Jalen Waddle, or parting the Red Sea, keeping Jamar until old Joe Flacco. Something about Flacco. I think he's given us all enough proof to become believers. I know I am. You should trade Etienne to a bad team, though. Just FYI. Just FYI. All right, number 1. Old Zigatron. Number 1 is me, of course. Who's surprised? I'm back. I'm Genghis Khan, and I'm spreading my seed across this entire league. I think by the end of it, my DNA is going to span across a 10th of the world. This is a real, walk into your trap, take over your trap. I ride into your trap, I fuck you out, or I fuck you. I don't have consent. I just do it. I do it because I please. And I dip out. It's that simple. I'm going to continue to fuck all of you, minus Nikki. I'm just not happy about that one. I mean, honestly, it had to happen. I'd rather now than, playoffs, but, that one hurt. But we're back. We're back. Anyways, look, it ain't always pretty. This week's win is not going to be pretty. But in the words of the great Al Davis, just win, baby. Let me tell you. Baby, we're winning. All right? So that's been this week's edition of Z's Power Rankings. I actually ran a little bit short this week, only 18 minutes. I feel like I put a lot of thought into this one, so that's surprising me, Sometimes it's about the quality, not the quantity, or the volume, I should say. But yeah, Week 9 Power Rankings. As always, unbiased, unfiltered, unequivocally Z. Oh, Travis Kelce just scored a touchdown. What do you know? All right, see you, boys.